How's it, everybody? Spark from Wavescape here with your surf forecast for Thursday, the 8th of August. That's today until well into next week, including this wacky weekend of mayhem and chaos. Yeah, Brew, you better break out your big wave guns because Friday in particular is going to be ginormous in the southwestern Cape and along the southern Cape. Point breaks are going to be wild and woolly and pretty much out of control. But let's have a look at the weather out there that's behind this. So this is a storm that is behind the swell, but it's a little bit advanced now. This is from 3 a.m. this morning, Thursday. But the swell that is arriving tomorrow came from much earlier in the storm and 1 to 2 days ago. But then what follows is this absolutely massive shotgun effect of ocean with a huge fetch. So if we look at this number here, that's 1,300 nautical miles. And if you look at the wind speeds in here, which of course are not the nugget of the wind that's there, but these wind speeds that are basically the periphery, you're looking at like near gale to gale force, right? So if we had to go and say, well, look, let's just work out what kind of swell actually gets created by that kind of condition. And we'll go, okay, so let's go call it 33 knots. Okay, duration, let's just assume it's been around there for 48 hours, which it has. In fact, longer, but we'll just do 48 hours. And the fetch, as I showed you, was 1,300 nautical miles. So that's, call it 2,000 kilometers. Calculate. Dish, you got 13 meters at 17 seconds, right? So that is basically the smaller part of the swell that's been produced in that wind field. Now let's take a look at what it was like in the storm. So we got the winds here obviously much stronger. You got 46 knots of wind, right? When it was at its peak over here, in this quadrant over there, it was stronger. It was 50 knots. So let's go and check at the swell that created. So let's go 50 knots. The duration again 48 was much smaller. Okay, around 800 miles because the storm itself, even if you elongate it because of the Mercator inversion of the Earth, then you'll get 800 kilometers at least. So let's calculate 17 meters at 19 seconds, which is the swell inside that storm. So needless to say, it's going to be pretty huge on Friday. 20 foot times 17 second swell in Cape Town. So pretty much that size, I'd imagine, on the deep water reefs. Dungeons will be giant. But there's been strong northwesterlies today, all day, and some rain arriving early on Friday. So it's going to be messy with the southwesterly winds. Saturday calming down a bit. 10 to 12 foot at least in light to moderate southwesterlies going southerly. Sunday tapering off, Monday tapering off, and then into the end of next week, as I'll show you, there's much less swell. So looking at the wind, you're looking at strong northwesterlies on Thursday. Strong southwesterlies are easing early Friday, and then basically busters move up the coast. So this swell is going to be ginormous all along this stretch of the coast with stiff southwesterly breezes. The O's at the Vintners Surf Classic and Stillby are going to be getting solid 10-foot plus waves for their event tomorrow. It's going to be huge. And it's going to be huge at a lot of spots along the coast. Now look at the rain. So this is this afternoon, 6 o'clock Thursday. The rain, she's coming. And then come 1 in the morning, the rain is spreading east. And then the real rain arrives around 5 in the morning. And as you can see, it heads towards the catchment. 6 a.m., it's right over the catchment. And then there's some lacquer falls of rain. Really strong falls of rain on Friday early in the morning, and then it moves on. So if we had to look at the rain according to the first weather, there it goes, dish, big rain Friday at 8 a.m., spreading east along the southern Cape coast, so there's going to be lots of rain for the vintners, and then a bit of patchy rain, whatever. So if we had to look at the southern Cape, from that condition, look at that. Okay, so today, nice westerlies and a building swell overnight with giant 10 to 15 foot open coast surf and strong white-capped westerly busters blowing. Saturday eases, but still quite stiff winds easing all day and becoming really lacquer. Solid 6 to 8 foot on the points and really kiff. And then Sunday also just going off. And that pertains all the way through to the Eastern Cape as well. Points going absolutely off as soon as they start calming down a little bit, not as wild and woolly. And then Monday into Tuesday, more busters, more winter, more swell, and lots of wind. So yeah, late winter burst of swell definitely due. There it goes for the Eastern Cape, solid energy swell, strong winds. Saturday it's easing, getting better and better and better, and then Sunday it's absolutely sublime. I mean, those are like, you can't ask for better conditions than that really. Light west, southwest offshores, and pumping 8-foot surf on the open coast, points going off. Monday would also be cooking if it were not for a suspected and forecast northeasterly or northerly wind, but the west is through, so more surf in the afternoon, and then strong winds and more winter. KZN, it's been a bit quiet after Sublime Runner surfed there earlier, and we're looking at horrible northeasters up until Friday, end of Friday, and then a buster comes, but it's a southerly. The swell does arrive one day late from the Western Cape, but as you can see, wind conditions are not ideal. Sunday morning, maybe the good Dawny option, lighter winds and still plenty of swell, so it should be waves. Sunday and Monday morning, also the Dawny, some interesting potential, but then the north. Cupping it again Monday, and then Tuesday, another buster, and then Wednesday, back to east. A little bit of a seesaw effect there. Anyway, hope you enjoy yourselves. Be careful out there. Don't drown. Thanks. Ciao.